All right. Let's dive into the past. Let's take a trip back in time to an era long before our modern conveniences. Picture the Chesapeake Bay in the 1700s, a vast expanse of water surrounded by dense forests. It's a wild, untamed place full of promise and potential waiting to be discovered. This is where Baltimore's story begins, a tale of ambition and vision. The year is 1729, a pivotal moment in history. A group of colonists saw potential in this land, envisioning a thriving community. They established a port town and named it Baltimore after Lord Baltimore, the founder of the Maryland colony. They aimed to make it a hub for trade, a bustling center of commerce. They wanted to ship goods out to the world. The location was perfect, strategically positioned for maritime activities. The Patapsco River offered deep waters, ideal for large ships. Ships could easily dock and unload, facilitating efficient trade. This attracted merchants and traders from far and wide. The town grew steadily, becoming a vibrant community. It was a melting pot of cultures from the start, with people from various backgrounds contributing to its growth. Baltimore quickly became a center for shipbuilding, a crucial industry for the young nation. The demand for ships was high, driven by the needs of trade and exploration. They were needed for trade and exploration to connect the new world with the old. Skilled craftsmen flocked to Baltimore, bringing their expertise and craftsmanship. They built ships that sailed the seven seas, carrying goods and stories across the globe. The 19th century was a time of great change for America, and Baltimore was right in the thick of it. The young nation was tested. The War of 1812 put Baltimore to the test. The British attacked the city, but Baltimore stood strong. Fort McHenry withstood the bombardment. This inspired Francis Scott Key to write the Star-Spangled Banner. After the war, Baltimore boomed. New industries emerged. Flour milling became a major player. The city processed wheat from nearby farms. It shipped flour all over the world. This brought wealth and prosperity to Baltimore. The arrival of the railroad was a game changer. It connected Baltimore to the rest of the country. Goods and people could travel faster and cheaper. This further fueled Baltimore's growth. The railroad wasn't just a mode of transportation, it was a catalyst for change. It spurred the growth of new industries in Baltimore. Iron production became a major force. The city had the resources and the workforce to meet the demand for iron rails, machinery, and other goods. One name stands out during this era: Johns Hopkins. A successful entrepreneur and philanthropist, Hopkins left a lasting legacy on Baltimore. He founded Johns Hopkins University and Johns Hopkins Hospital, institutions that would become renowned worldwide for their contributions to education and medicine. As industry boomed, so did Baltimore's population. People from all walks of life flocked to the city seeking opportunity. Immigrants from Europe, particularly Ireland and Germany, arrived in droves, shaping the city's cultural fabric. The 20th century was a time of both triumph and turmoil for Baltimore. The city saw periods of great prosperity, but also faced significant challenges that tested its resilience. The city continued to evolve, adapting to the changing times. It faced new challenges, including economic shifts and social changes that would shape its future. The two world wars brought about industrial growth, but also social upheaval. Baltimore's shipyards and factories became vital to the war effort, producing ships and supplies at an unprecedented rate. Baltimore played a crucial role in supporting the war efforts. The city's workforce was dedicated and tireless, contributing significantly to the national cause. Shipyards worked overtime to build warships. Factories churned out supplies, ensuring that the military had everything it needed to succeed. After World War II, Baltimore, like many industrial cities, experienced a decline. Factories closed, and jobs were lost, leading to economic challenges that would persist for decades. The city faced economic hardship and social unrest. Communities struggled as industries moved away, and the social fabric of the city was tested. The civil rights movement brought to light the deep-seated racial inequalities that plagued Baltimore and the nation. Protests and marches highlighted the need for change and justice. But Baltimore is a city that never gives up. Its people are resilient, always finding ways to rebuild and improve their community. In the latter part of the 20th century, efforts began to revitalize the city. Urban renewal projects aimed to breathe new life into Baltimore, transforming it into a place of hope and opportunity. The inner harbor, once a symbol of industrial decline, was transformed into a vibrant waterfront destination. It became a testament to Baltimore's ability to reinvent itself and thrive once again. One of Baltimore's most defining features is its distinct neighborhoods, each with its own personality and charm. From the cobblestone streets of Fells Point to the colorful row houses of Federal Hill, Baltimore is a city of contrasts and surprises. Each neighborhood tells a story about the city's past. Fells Point, for example, was once a bustling shipbuilding center, and its maritime heritage is still evident today. Federal Hill, with its stunning views of the harbor, was once a strategic lookout point during the War of 1812. These neighborhoods are more than just places to live, they're communities. They're places where people come together to celebrate their shared history and culture. They're the heart and soul of Baltimore. The Inner Harbor is Baltimore's crown jewel. Once a gritty working waterfront, it has been transformed into a shining example of urban renewal. The revitalization of the Inner Harbor began in the 1970s. It was a bold and ambitious project. Today, the Inner Harbor is a magnet for tourists and locals alike. It's home to world-class attractions like the National Aquarium, the Maryland Science Center, and the historic ships USS Constellation and USS Torst. But the Inner Harbor is more than just a tourist destination. It's a symbol of Baltimore's resilience, its ability to reinvent itself and embrace change. It's a testament to the power of vision and determination. Baltimore has a long and rich tradition of arts and culture. From Edgar Allan Poe, the master of the macabre, to Billie Holiday, the legendary jazz vocalist, Baltimore has produced some of America's most iconic artists. The city is home to renowned institutions like the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, the Walters Art Museum, and the Peabody Institute, a conservatory that has nurtured generations of musicians. But Baltimore's art scene isn't confined to museums and concert halls. It thrives in its neighborhoods, in its streets, in its people. From street murals to underground music venues, Baltimore pulses with creative energy. Section 8. Civil Rights and Social Change. Baltimore's fight for equality. Baltimore, like many American cities, has grappled with issues of racial injustice and inequality. The city played a significant role in the civil rights movement. Thurgood Marshall, a Baltimore native, was a key figure in the fight for civil rights. He argued and won the landmark Brown versus Board of Education case, which declared segregation in public schools unconstitutional. Despite progress, Baltimore still faces challenges. The city continues to grapple with poverty, crime, and racial disparities. But the spirit of activism and the fight for social justice remains strong in Baltimore. Section 9. Challenges and Opportunities. Baltimore in the 21st century. Baltimore has entered the 21st century with a mix of challenges and opportunities. The city continues to face issues like poverty, crime, and aging infrastructure. But there's a renewed sense of optimism in the air. Baltimore's economy is diversifying. New industries like technology and healthcare are emerging. The city is attracting young professionals and entrepreneurs who are drawn to its affordability, its history, and its unique character. Baltimore is a city in transition, a city finding its footing in the 21st century. It's a city with a story to tell, a story of resilience, reinvention, and hope. Section 10. The Spirit of Baltimore. Resilience and Reinvention. Throughout its history, Baltimore has faced its share of adversity. But through it all, the city has always found a way to bounce back, to reinvent itself, to rise above its challenges. This resilience is part of Baltimore's DNA. It's in the spirit of its people, people who are proud of their city, flaws and all. It's a city that's not afraid to be itself, a city that embraces its quirks and its contradictions. Baltimore is a city that wears its heart on its sleeve. It's a city with a rough exterior but a heart of gold. It's a city that's full of surprises, a city that's constantly evolving. Section 11. Baltimore today, a city looking forward. Today, Baltimore stands at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in its long and storied history. It's a city looking back on its past with pride, cherishing the rich heritage that has shaped its identity, and looking forward to its future with hope, driven by a vision of progress and innovation. It's a city that's embracing change, welcoming new ideas and opportunities with open arms while holding on to its traditions, ensuring that the essence of Baltimore remains intact. Baltimore is a city of contradictions, where the old meets the new in a harmonious blend. A city of grit and grace where resilience and elegance coexist. A city that's both rough around the edges and undeniably charming, with a unique character that captivates all who visit. It's a city that's impossible to define, but easy to love. So that's Baltimore's story, a story that's still being written, with each day bringing new chapters and new possibilities. It's a story of a city that's always evolving, constantly reinventing itself to meet the challenges of the future. A city that's always finding new ways to shine, illuminating the path forward with creativity and determination. It's a story that reminds us that even in the face of adversity, there's always hope, there's always resilience, and there's always the promise of a brighter tomorrow, a future filled with endless possibilities and boundless potential.